All right, happy Tuesday. Hopefully y'all are doing okay. Here not so much, but we'll get into it. You know, I guess we have to have, a safe place to discuss what's going on here. 2-3 weeks ago, actually it's about 2-3 weeks ago. I had hope and things now it's kind of coming to a head here. The reality of what's going on and how it's being taken care of is not good. Yay, Ayla. It's this is hard, man. This is a hard time here in New York. I know we've been through a lot of bad. We've had 9/11 and we've had Hurricane Sandy, and I don't know why my laptop isn't connecting to YouTube all of a sudden. But this isn't that. This is not those things. It's definitely not good. It's really hard to have faith right now because there just really isn't any left. What? I don't want to feed into too much with what's being said on the media. That's why we're here on YouTube. But shit's got real here. Shit's got real. Yeah, a lot of things are becoming challenging. My therapist is out for 2 weeks. So not only can I not meet with her in person, which, that's life, but I can't even talk to her on the phone. So I'm left with no therapy here. Except for this. I have you guys, which is awesome. That I appreciate. No, you're right. It's exactly it, Ayla. That's exactly it. New York's in a really, really bad place. And it's coming down to a point where you can't be nice anymore. That's where I'm at. You literally can't be nice anymore. And the thing is, I'm all about kindness and, kindness is free, so spread that. But it's like coming down to the point where, like, you can't be nice anymore. The nice has flown out the window because people just aren't listening. I understand needing to go to the grocery store. I know I have to go at least 1 or 2 more times before, poo-poo hits the fan. Right? The only thing that she's out for 2 weeks because she's sick. But nothing's been said to me yet. I'm going to guess, I'm going to hope, because hope is, like I said, flying out the damn window here. I'm going to hope that that's not the reason why she's out and that she has a legitimate illness, or maybe because she's of a certain age, she doesn't want to be in the office because she is worried about, getting this horrid thing. I don't know, because it's not, there's the other thing is, I understand the whole HIPAA law. I understand it and I support it. I don't want names of people who have the coronavirus. I don't want that. I don't want the names, but it's hard to tell people that you've either been in contact with them or not without really kind of hinting as to who it is you're talking about. Last Friday, it was a scary time because I got an email from the school that said that there was a parent who tested positive for this this thing and this beast, and you know and this person has 2 children, and this person's come in contact with 3 school buildings, and one in which is my daughter's school building. So, that's frustrating because they're not able to tell you that you have been in contact with this person because they're not allowed to say who it is. I get it, man. I get that. I don't really want a name. I mean, I pray for these people because this thing is nasty. This beast is nasty. So that's hard. But now you got to look at your kids. You got to look at your kids like all day, every day. You got to look at your kids and say, is that cough corona or is it allergies? That's where we're at. Oh, that's okay. So yeah, my daughter's, so I got an email from my daughter's school, and basically they're saying is there's a parent in the town who tested positive for the coronavirus. And the issue with that is that person has 2 children, and the 2 children came in contact with 3 school buildings. 2 are on the south shore or north side of town, and they're next door to each other, and the other one's on the south side of town. Well, no, it's definitely, yeah. But the thing is, hey, Nasty Black, how are you? But that's the thing, is that you're sitting here and you're watching this, and it's a problem. It's a problem, and people aren't listening, and they're letting their kids just go and do whatever they want to do, and you know what I'm saying? So you have to understand, I'm kind of frustrated because, yeah, I actually heard they're starting to do craniotomies on people with this coronavirus because it's a way to get the blockage out and stuff. I heard that before it was even really popular because I've been, talking to somebody who works for the hospital. I mean, could you imagine that? You know what a craniotomy is? That means they're drilling into your brain. They're drilling into the bones. This is some real stuff here. That's not, I mean, I don't, listen, I that's what I'm hearing from one person. That doesn't mean that's for sure what it is. But, I think the government gave these people too much rope. You know what I'm saying? It was too much rope. Right, exactly. And they don't have enough ventilators in New York to save these people. It's a problem. We are literally in a war zone. That's literally what it is. We're literally in a war zone. And the problem is, so the original problem, I believe, started in Westchester and New York City. Westchester and New York City, which, in Westchester, it started because there was some lawyer that was, traveling around, and, and he got it, and he didn't listen. Well, the person that had done it, they had done it on in this hospital, he had not passed. That, I mean, listen, I'm not giving names as to what it is, but it's being explained to me. So regardless, whatever the treatment is, I know what the test looks like, though, and I also know how hard it is to get it. So, as the responsible person that I am, as soon as I found out that Isabel may have come in contact with somebody who had this thing, I called the New York State Department of Health. I sat on the phone. Well, unfortunately, they don't really have very much treatment for this because it's all new. The problem is it's all new, and they don't really know, hey, Wonderfell's Life. Shout out to Wonderfell's Life. Thank you so much for all that. The kids just, they were glazed over by the kindness that you sent here. Hey, Poochie. So you have to understand, for me, this is really difficult because I've survived a lot of things. I've survived a lot of things. And one of it was Lyme disease, and that was a pretty intense treatment that I had for that. I know what it's like to have social distancing in your life because, thank you, Ayla. Fist bump to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So, I get that. I get what social distancing is because when I had Lyme disease, I could not go outside because I had IVs in my hands and my arms, and I had to be treated at home because, your insurance company is not going to pay for you to stay inpatient, for 6 weeks. So I had to be treated at home. And I couldn't go to school because when you have IVs in your hands and bodies, hey Chris, they consider that to be a weapon, so to speak. Which is stupid because there's actually no physical needle when you have an IV. That they remove the needle, once, whatever. I was being severely bullied as a kid, so I think that was like the code word where you don't want you to be attacked and, so on and so forth. So, I understand social distancing. I understand staying home for 6 weeks. So I get it, I get it. At the beginning of this, I didn't get it because, it's hard to hear. It was hard to hear at first. And, now it's like really serious. And, I'm stuck with no therapist. These kids are like, you have an idea how hard it is to tell your kids, no, you can't go hang out with your friends, but yet you're driving to go get a gallon of milk. Well, not me, I don't drive. You're going out to get a gallon of milk, and you see a bunch of kids hanging around with everybody. That's hard. It is, no, it's, but the thing is, panicking is where we're at now because, we get paid next week. If you don't know, I'm on disability, so I get paid next week. And my first defense, okay, I have agoraphobia. I don't like large crowds. But one thing that I do for myself when I do have panic anxiety is retail therapy. Go to Savers or whatever. And now I can't do that. I can't do that, My daughter's 12, and my son is 10. So, she's in the tween phase. Last week she got upset with me because she went to go spend time with a cousin and I just couldn't do it. However, I just want to give my daughter a big shout out right now because she was supposed to go to her dad's house Monday. And, because she heard about the person in her school possibly having it, her grandfather, who is 85, was released from the hospital. He was in the VA because he's got dementia and schizophrenia, so he, needs to be in care. So he was released from the hospital because they felt he was safer at home. And Isabel heard that somebody at the school, we don't know who it is. And I don't want to know anything. I don't want to know who it is. I just want to know for sure that we certainly did not come in contact with this person. And unfortunately, that's not going to happen. In fact, they're saying now that there's just so many cases at this point, they're not going to notify the people anymore. You hear me? They're not notifying people that your child may have come in contact with somebody because there are just too many. We're at that point. We're at that point where they can't tell anymore because, yeah. But at least, Wonderfell's life, in California, you have shelter in place. We're not in shelter in place. I saw a post this morning that really pissed me off because, we don't have shelter in place. We're not on lockdown. We're not shut down. New York is not shut down. New York City may be on shutdown. I don't even know what their deal is. I mean, you see photos of Times Square being empty and things like that. That's fine. Oh, you're in Missouri? Oh, that's right. It's Dee Dee who's in California. So you're probably in a better place than we're at then. Oh, why do I keep thinking you're in California? Oh man. Oh, but you guys are probably in a better place. But California's in shelter in place. We need to be in shelter in place. This is not hysteria. This is not, you have to understand the numbers that we're at here in New York are the highest in the country. Highest in the country. We are like today, like this morning, we were at 20,000 cases. Now we're at over 26. We're close to 26,000 cases. And in my township, We're the highest in Suffolk County right now. We are the highest. You know, now it's up to like between 250 to 500. Oh. Yeah, we have Cuomo, and I'm not blaming, and the thing is, I think Cuomo is kind of, the problem is that he gave the people here too much rope. The thing is, that's the problem, is that the people were given too much hope. Yeah, exactly, Poochie. The problem is, like my kids, they're able to get your therapies over the phone. I am not, because my therapist isn't even going to be in the office for the next 2 weeks. Again, I don't know if she has coronavirus. I don't know if she's come in contact with coronavirus. That's another thing. Like, I don't want to look at people like this either, No, Cuomo's still not taking it seriously, because the thing is, Italy gave us a warning. Italy gave us a warning. Oh, look, I'm doing it. Italy gave us a warning. Italy. China gave us a warning, but Italy said the only way we can combat this is if we lock the state down. The state needs to get shut down. We are in a really bad place. We're not shut down. New York is not shut down. New York City looks like it's shut down. They probably are, but here on Long Island, we are not shut down. Nobody is listening. Nobody is listening. That's why that one actor posted that video today telling people to get your kids the fuck inside. When I had the Lyme disease, like I said, I had Lyme disease. So like I said, I totally understand social distancing to 100%. Yes, New York needs to shut down. Yes, please do visit It's a Wonderfell's Life. Yeah, she's awesome. She's a really wonderful lady. She has a new video out yesterday that was really great. I mean, YouTube is a coping skill, because we can come on here and talk to you, and social distancing. That's why we call our live streams, it's time to congregate, because we can congregate, 10, 15, 20 or more here without having a problem. Hello, is Roxy. Welcome. This is where we're at. We're really in a very big problem here in New York. We are very, very, very big problem. And the problem is, here's another thing is, now, I don't know if you're, I know that Florida has their spring breaker problem. Guess who also is a problem down there? New Yorkers. The snowbirds are going down there to escape New York City and New York from this. So New Yorkers are bringing this down to Florida. It's not just the spring breakers being a problem, it's the people here too. So you need to be worried about this. Us New Yorkers are bringing this down there. And on top of that, New York City folks thinking they're going to, it's actually a severe like pneumonia type of thing. And that's the other thing, is that the New York City folks, the rich ones, the rich New York City folks are trying to escape this as well. So their way to escape this is they're renting homes in the Hamptons. But, from New York City to the Hamptons, we have to, either take the train or we're driving. And that's about 2 hours from the city to, from New York City to the Hamptons is about a 2-hour drive. And not only that, up until they shut things down, we had people commuting from Long Island to New York City to go to work. No, it's not just a virus, no. And I've never had pneumonia, but they're saying this is close to that, It's close to a heavy-duty pneumonia. That's what they're saying. This is not just a virus. This is not just the flu, a cold, You're in New York too? Yeah, we're definitely in a bad time. And Cuomo needs to do the right thing. He needs to do the right thing. He needs to do shelter in place. There are states out there that are not even as bad as us right now, and they're putting shelter in place. New Jersey put shelter in place. I think Illinois put shelter in place. California's putting shelter in place, and Washington State are putting shelter in place. Now, back in early times, if New York did something really big and we're saying big things, people usually followed. But now California is the one doing it. And we're not following. New York is in a really, really bad place. And we need to follow. We need shelter in place. Because the thing is, this guy Cuomo, I've always been 50-50 on this guy. I know you guys hear me say how I feel about this guy. I don't care about any politician right now. But the thing is, You know, Cuomo did it wrong. Cuomo did this wrong. Italy gave a very, yeah. But the thing is, there's a lot of people here that do want shelter in place. I mean, I'm looking on all these, like, you know, the Long Island groups. I mean, in my township group, there's a group called Northeast. It's really cool. It's called the Northeast something or other. And everybody here in New York wants shelter in place. I have no idea why Cuomo just won't do it. The reason we want shelter in place is because there are too many people out there who aren't listening. You know, for me, listen, I'm handicapped, so it's hard. Yes, I am aware of that, Painkiller, and I'm sorry you went through that. You know, we are with you there. Right. Exactly, Poochie. That's the problem, is that, you know, I am very afraid for my parents. I'm afraid for everybody involved. I'm afraid for my own self because I had weight loss surgery. And, you know, I'm not easy to be intubated. You know, somebody who had weight loss surgery, you know, has issues with, you know, getting intubated. It's not that simple. And then not only that, you know, the treatment process won't be easy for me either because, you know, I'm not allowed to take certain things, you know. And not only that, I'm more worried about my parents, you know. I'm more worried about my parents. Good night, Painkiller. We'll talk tomorrow. You know, I much love and prayers to you and your family. Of course, you know that. Your family here. But you know, this is very serious. And, you know, it's hard to hear. You know, I don't want to rag on Trump, okay? I don't want to rag on Trump. I don't want to rag on any politician right now because that's not the right thing to do. Because essentially, like I said, Cuomo gave the people too much rope. He really believed that people were going to stay home. But there's some idiots out there who don't want to listen. So, you know, when you're hearing Trump say that the economy will be back up and running, as in people can go back out and shop and live life to the fullest by Easter, I don't believe that. I mean, not for New York anyways. We're definitely far from that. We're not in shelter in place. At least for us here. The one thing with us here is that for my part of New York, they still haven't like locked down the school completely yet. We're shut down till April 1st. They still don't have a plan past that. You know? We don't even have a curfew down here, Trendorama. We don't have a curfew. There's no curfew. Exactly, Roxy. We just need to stay home. Right. Exactly. That's where I'm at, Poochie. That's exactly it. This is very serious. And the thing is, you know, yeah. I mean, the other thing is, you know, there are some people who are asymptomatic. They could be carrying this and they don't even know, and then they pass it on to someone else. Oh, Wonderfowl's life. It's so what Cuomo said today. This is why he needs to enact the shelter in place. Is that we haven't hit peak yet. New York has not hit peak. You know, and Cuomo said today that it could take 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, or more to hit peak. I mean, if people are out there doing what they want to do. Yeah, I heard that. I saw that video. Terrible. Yeah. Yeah, I actually started talking to somebody who works for Good Sam on Facebook in the dating app. I know that sounds really terrible to me, but I started talking to somebody in the dating app who works for Good Sam. He's afraid for his own life. He's an instrument tech for the, you know, the neurology department. He's afraid for his life. He's got a small child. He's got family, you know. Although, let's not forget what they announced today. Ugh. So I'm all for wages being raised. I'm all for, a proper living wage in New York. And I've talked about this many times in here. Is, yeah, I saw that video. That is awesome. They're filming. There's a lot of people out there who are doing these stupid things. Wow. Yes. Yes. Well, I don't know if is Joanne Fabrics a nationwide company? I don't know, because I'm not really, I don't sew. But if you're somebody who can sew, Joanne Fabrics is giving out free kits to make masks that you could donate to the hospital. Yeah. Oh, good. So if you have a Joanne Fabrics, they're saying you just knock on the door, and if you can make the masks for people. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if they were like a Michaels or a Hobby Lobby or whatever. So I've been reading articles today that if you knock on the door at Joanne Fabrics, they will give you a kit to make, I think it's up to 10 masks for free. So you can go home, make some kits, and then donate them to your local hospital. I mean, if you don't have fabric at home, and there's actually a pattern to make them online. I don't sew. I mean, that's one thing. You feel helpless about, in this time too, because, you want to do something, but the best thing we can do, if we can't do that, yeah, wow. But the one thing that we can do to, if we can't sew anything, we can't do this, the best thing we do is just stay home. Do what they're asking. It's not, I mean, I understand, jobs are hard. You got to work, you got to make your money. We're talking about stimulus packages now, which I think is an awesome thing, but like, I want my health, because like, I want to live, I want to live just a little longer in my life, you know, just a thought, like, I mean, it's a nice gesture, and I'm all for it. I'm not going to say, no, I don't want any money, but I want to live. Because at the rate you're going, you're giving us this money, but like, where am I going to spend it at this point, I mean, people are talking about, being able to go out, Easter. I mean, if you look at New York right now, we'll be lucky if we'll make it another damn week at the rate we're going. That's how scary life is right now. And it's hard because you don't want to fall into the hysteria, but you got to be realistic too. That's where I'm at, is realistic. When I had Lyme disease, I stayed home for the 6 weeks. And what did I do for the 6 weeks? I watched Jerry Springer. Yeah, I was 10 years old watching Jerry Springer and Maury and Jenny Jones and Ricky Lake and whatever else was on during the daytime. Listen, parents, make some snacks, make you some pizza rolls or, Frenchy toast sticks, and get on the couch and with your kids and do a little Jerry Springer showing. I mean, at this rate, go for it, So Lyme disease. Okay, so this is where I can kind of like have some feelings. I didn't have any, like, the runny nose and stuffy stuff. So Lyme disease itself isn't painful. It's a treatment that's bad. I had IV. Some nowadays, I think the treatment is different, but I wasn't, right. It's not now. I mean, I can care less about Jerry Springer because I talk about, how Steve called me. Hi, Miss Dee Dee. Don't worry. I'm just coughing because I am thirsty. That's where we're at in life, You look at your kids and they're coughing like, oh my God, really? I'm afraid, I am afraid, and I don't want to fall into that, but like, it's like, so, you look at your kids or your parents and they're coughing. Yeah, Steve Wilkos, meh. Yeah, exactly. You look at your kids and they're coughing, and you're like, oh my God, could this be the last time I see my kid? Could this be the last time I see my mom and dad? I mean, that's where life is at right now. New York is a really dim and dark, grim place. That's where I'm at. And, you know, it's hard to not fall into that. It really is. But, you know, we're literally at realistic times. We got to be realistic here, you know. But you guys, but see, that's the thing, Dee Dee, is that you guys are on. See, that's the one thing that I admire about California is the fact that you guys enacted shelter in place. We have not. We still have not, and I don't know if I have no faith at this point. My hope and faith is, yeah. See, that's what we need here. We don't have that. See, that's what we need here is that exactly that. Is that we need the shelter in place. I think it's martial law they're talking about too. We don't have shelter in place. We don't have it. And our numbers are far worse than yours. Isn't that something? This guy Cuomo, you know, I've never really been a fan of his to begin with. You know, I've never really been a fan of him. You know, he's the one shutting down all the mental health, you know, hospitals and things like that. Well, see, here there's a thing now is that, you know, we have hey, Marcy. See, that's a thing. That's another thing here with I can't even do that, Dee Dee, because mine are closed. But see, that's the whole. Here's the thing: is that, you know, while, you know, you can't go to like mental health and medical appointments, you know, it's well, my mental health is closed because my therapist is out for the next 2 weeks. So it's not like the clinic is actually closed. It's just she's just not there. But you know, you know, New York is in a very ugly place, and it's simply because nobody listens. Like I said, the problem is it's not a matter of hysteria, it's a matter of people don't listen. You know, Cuomo gave too much rope to the people. He gave too much rope to the people. He's begging people to stay home. You really think that's gonna work there? No. Nope. It ain't gonna work. It's not working. It ain't gonna work, and it's not working. We are literally, you know, in a place where, you know, it's just, yeah, no problem, Poochie. I'll talk to you later. Love you. Oh, I know. Oops, I know. I just broke the cardinal rule of course. I'm gonna try to go live again tomorrow, maybe in the daytime. I'm not putting the book video out today just because I wanted to go live, and also This Is Us was on, you know, some sense of normalcy, you know. You know, it's hard because we don't want to fall into the hysteria, and I know that there's a lot of false information out there. You know, I mean, the one good thing I think with Cuomo is that he's not really. I don't think Cuomo is really like hiding anything. He's just not doing anything. That's the problem. He's being very honest about, you know, things. He said today that, you know, we haven't. Love you, Poochie. My sisters, my YouTube sisters. I love you guys. Hope Jamie's getting some sleep. You know, but that's the thing is, you know, yeah, that's the one thing I don't get very much of because I'm just like, eh. You know, and not only that, we're getting text messages. You could sign up for, thank you, Trend. That's one thing is that you could sign up for text messages and updates and things like that, you know. So, I mean, we do have that. So the thing is, here's the thing is like, I think Cuomo's being honest about what is going on, but what he is not doing is I love you too, Dee Dee. He's being honest about what's going on, which is fine and good, but the thing is he gave the people here too much rope. It's just too much. Begging people to stay home just isn't working. It's just not working. It's not doing it. People just don't listen. And it's not even just people who aren't listening. There's kids out there who are out in the street living like, but that's not their fault. I don't blame the kids for that. I don't. I blame their parents, you know? Yeah, that's exactly it, Dee Dee. We are literally, I feel like I'm literally living in a war zone here. And I just, you know, I know you all know that I was supposed to go to Manhattan next week, and of course that's not happening now. And I'm devastated, yes, but I get it. It's sad. I really was looking forward to it. But I do have my hotel already booked for New Jersey, in the end of June. Now, but see, Jersey, they have shelter in place. Jersey has shelter in place, and I don't know what their caseload looks like, but ours is bad. And, I worked at Marshall's for that wretched week to save my money to go on that trip. And what happened? In order to fill my freezer, I had to tap into that money, that fund, to make sure that my kids had enough food here. I mean, at the rate we're going, I don't even know if that's going to happen. I'm going to lean towards a big fat no. And, it's like, is there a light at the end of this tunnel? I don't know. I mean, if Cuomo says that this has not hit peak yet, and peak is, he's saying it could take 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month. I mean, if people ain't staying home, then of course, then what are you going to do? You see, my thoughts on this, Ayla, is that they need to fine the parents. They need to give the parents a fine because they're not listening. But the thing is, we're not in shelter in place. And, when thank you, Trent, for dropping Miss Titi's link. Now, when because, I have to share custody of my kids with their dad. Now, I still have to follow my court order for now because we're not in shelter in place. So when I asked the police, are you going to be pulling people over? And I was told at this point in time, it's all a matter of common sense, which is something that this country has been lacking for quite some time. Before, we've had a problem with common sense before all this. Wow. Aw. Whoops. Uh-oh, whoops. Wow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, whoops. So this is definitely, I can tell you my kids have actually witnessed other kids in groups. Like, my mom took me to get milk on Saturday because I want to make sure I have enough. That's another thing. They're rationing food here, like, severely. It probably will, Wonderfell's life. That's the one sad part. Yeah, you're right. Well, that's because CPS don't do their damn job, I know I've talked about that many a times, And CPS, I think they're still open and operating, but they're not going to be going to anyone's house, But, this is just, see, that's another thing is like, so, if you saw my video from last week, I didn't film anything this week because I'm just like trying to figure things out. Yeah. Wow. So here's the thing, is last week, in the beginning of the week, there was no rationing except for hand sanitizer and soap and cleaning supplies. Now, Miss Kelly, I'm not a big fan of bleach. I did get one small bottle of bleach. I am a Mrs. Myers kind of lady. So, we know Miss Kelly is good because she got her Mrs. Myers. And actually, the Target brand one I like, too. It's like a few dollars less than Mrs. Myers. So, yeah. So, I like the plant-based stuff because, plants don't kill people. I mean, bleach is good. I do have some, and but I'm hunkering down with my Mrs. Myers. It smells nice and, doesn't make me nauseous and give me a headache. But, so now last Wednesday, when I went shopping with my mom, they started rationing food. So as of last Wednesday, you can only buy 2 packs of chicken. Now, rotisserie chicken is not in that list. So you could buy 20 rotisserie chickens and you'll be fine. But last Wednesday, you could only buy 2 packs of chicken. All the other meats was fine. As of today, I've heard they're rationing all meat to 2 packs. Doesn't matter. It's not going to be an ark. It's not going to be, Noah's Ark. It's 2 packs of meat. So you got to make your choice wisely. Do you want ground beef? 1 packet of ground beef, 1 packet of chicken, or 1 packet of pork. That's where we're at now. That's where we're literally at now, because people are horrible and they're just buying up things, and it's wrong. And it's terrible. We're literally at that. Did y'all know that Hulu has like a documentary on The Handmaid's Tale? Haven't watched it yet, but wow. I did manage to get quite a lot of chicken last week. And the food pantry, I did go to the food pantry because I qualify for those things, and I don't think I got any chicken, but they gave me quite a bit of beef, ground beef. I mean, the good thing, yeah, it is horrible. Yeah, right. I mean, the thing is, although the way Miss Kelly thinks over here, because I'm just one of those people, because I believe in karma. I do believe in karma. All y'all gluttonous people out there buying up all that food, we all know what y'all are going to be looking like when this is all over. And I know what I'm going to be looking like when this is all over. And what I look like and what you look like, really. On toilet paper, I'm okay on, I mean, if I see it in my travels, of course, I'm going to buy the coveted toilet paper just to be safe. Yeah. Right. Well, see, that's the other thing is like, well, I got kind of smart the other day, and I bought one rotisserie chicken. I want one whole rotisserie chicken and one cut up one. I could still make soup out of the cut up one too. Yes, it is safe to congregate here because right now we only have 6. I know it's no more than 10, but we're all, no, you don't have to be 6 feet apart here. See, that's it. See, that's where YouTube is going to come in handy for us folks, is that we can hang out with people, the people that we like anyways, Hey, scrap together. Yes, no, it's definitely good to joke. I mean, at least, here we're following the rules. Wow. Oh, that's awesome, Ayla. That's awesome. Oh, I know, Christian. Trust me, at this point, we do need to laugh somewhere. We really do. I'm having a hard time right now, and I'm the comedian over here. I'm having a hard time because, like I said, for me, I appreciate, and I'm saying this very loosely, I appreciate the fact that, see you later, Ayla. I know, I just broke the rules. Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I was exactly, Christian, exactly. Now listen, I know I did a video today and I was touching my face. Don't worry, I'm okay. I've literally been in quarantine in my home. I've not been out of my house since Saturday, and it's now Tuesday. And before that, I hadn't been out of my house since Wednesday and Tuesday. So I've been pretty much doing my diligence. So if I'm doing my video and I'm, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I really don't go anywhere. See, this is I have agoraphobia, so this is like an agoraphobic's dream come true right about now. Not funny, but so if you don't like large crowds, right now is your time to be in living. Although it is hard because, like I said, next week is pay week. And I mean, the one good thing about, pay week is, I'll be paying my credit card bill and, pay my rent. Unfortunately, they're not stopping the rent as far as I know. And I'll pay my rent, my phone, my cable, my credit card. I'll be able to fill the fridge and still have money left over next month because I don't think I'm going to be able to order anything online. See, that's the other thing is like, that's my other go-to is like, I can't go to Walmart and buy, my fun things. I can't go to TJ Maxx. I can't go to Savers or anything like that. But online shopping, I don't even know how that's going to look right about now. Is that even going to be a thing? I love Mercari. I love eBay. Are we even going to be able to do those kinds of things? I mean, my BoxyCharm box came pretty late. Took them quite some time to get me that box because now it's like the end of the month. And however, if you see my BoxyCharm video, I did get the 2 items I really wanted. I have that green clean already, and I wanted some more. Oh, there you go, scrapping together. I just wish I can go get out of my house, just to do like normal things, whatever normal things is. I know normal is like not a thing, You know, I know that my New York City trip, yeah, that's right, you could order from Marshall's. That is true. You could order from Marshall's. That is a thought. I don't know. I because it's been my video series, you know. Well, I don't like Marshalls. I like the TJ Maxx better, but it's not even just that. Savers is like my biggest thing. However, hmm well, I know I can't go to Savers right now. The one thing that I'm seeing a lot of in the Facebook groups for Long Island folks is that people are preparing to purge a lot of their belongings. So, you know, after, you know, Corona has, you know, danced its way on out of here, I know that going to Savers is going to be one fun trip because they're going to have lots of goodies because people are going to get rid of everything, you know. And the one thing about, you know, doing my reading videos is I actually may, you know, be able to clean out my library, and then once this is over, I could rebuild. And for the next round, oh God, please, no, no, Mother of God, no more, no more. People, get your asses inside. Tie your kids to the bed, tie your kids to the railings. I don't care. Yeah, yeah. Well, somebody was telling me that Amazon wasn't even somebody was telling me that Amazon wasn't even going to be delivering the stuff, the regular stuff, but then I found out they're back to normal. But if you look at a lot of the stuff that you want to order, it's still going to take some time because they don't have it right now. But I do know that they just put a headquarters or a fulfillment center here, a few towns over. So, and they're hiring too. So just so y'all know, if you need a job, Amazon is hiring. They're looking for people. You know, hey, Exploring Ginger, DoorDash and Uber Eats, they're all hiring people right now. A lot of the grocery stores are hiring people because people quit because they're afraid. See, that's another thing. Now, I've seen a post today, and it was a little disturbing, and I understand, like, both sides of it. I do. So supposedly, the grocery stores here are raising their employees' wage $2. Amazon is paying their employees double time, but the nurses and doctors in the hospitals, they're fighting for our lives right now, and they're getting whatever their pay is now. And New York is calling for people. They're actually calling for retired medical personnel to come back. I mean, how are you gonna get how are you gonna get retired medical personnel on that? You know, I don't know. Hey, Justin, how you doing? I don't know. It's a very tough, yeah, hazard pay for. But see, here's the thing. You know, um, so I actually am going to check into Instacart next week when I get paid, so that way I don't have to go. But the only thing with Instacart is that the stores are kind of like limited, so I may not be able to do that. I may actually have to brave the storm, take an Uber to the grocery store and pick up what I got to get, or go to a Target. I'd rather go to a Target because maybe I can get some retail therapy out of that, you know. I don't know. I'm sure they have, you know, regular things still. Um, that's the one sad part is we have no access to regular things. There's no, you know, you can't go to the bookstore, you can't go to Savers. Jeffree Star's new palette's not happening. Hey, Go Fish Office. I got plenty of TP. Yes, yes. I mean, if I see any in the store in the meantime, I will probably pick up that dinosaur before there ain't no, you know, I never see it again, you know. You know, it's just, it is really, really hard. You know, we're literally in the worst case scenario here in New York. It's just, it's hard. Like I said, if you know me, I don't like large crowds. I have agoraphobia. So this alone is really, really hard. It's really hard because when you want to go out and do things, you're being told no. So your agoraphobia is kind of winning at this rate. You know, you're telling yourself, oh, I want to get out of here. You want to get out of here. But the government says, no, you can't get out of here. So your agoraphobia is like, yay! I've come a long way in life. So this is like just really, really hard. I mean, losing my trip to New York City next week is devastating, but I get it, and I'm okay with that. I'm sure the library is either going to either refund my ticket or yeah, and the thing is, and you know what's weird is that it's disappeared, and this doesn't cause the shits. This doesn't cause diarrhea. It does not cause diarrhea. Why are y'all buying up all the toilet paper? Why are you hoarding anything at this rate? Are you people that sick that you just can't? Honestly, the sick, the hoardness, the sick, the hoarding sickness is actually seems far more worse than the actual virus that we're all getting sick from. You know what I'm saying? Right? No diarrhea. That's just the worst part of it is the hoarding parts. Like nobody really, first off, they're hoarding things. People aren't listening to what they're being told. They're still going out and living life to the fullest. And let me tell y'all something. 3 weeks ago, before that Friday the 13th, where everything just, Friday the 13th really set things in motion for me. But that week, I had said myself on Facebook that I was going to go out and live life because I didn't know at that point that it was going to be like this. And now I'm literally living in a damn war zone. I really didn't know. I didn't know. Who knew? We didn't know. And although it was, I don't think it blew up that fast. I think it just, people were in denial. I was in denial because I really didn't think it was going to go that way. You don't want to think it's going to go that way. You don't want to think it's going to go that way. You really think it's, could this have been handled better before it got to this point? We don't know. China never told us that this was going on over there. However, New York really needs to do the shelter in place. A lot of us New Yorkers want shelter in place. We want this shelter in place. We are begging for shelter in place, and we're not being heard. And there's idiots out there who are letting their children just go out and do whatever the hell they want. The streets, now listen, there's a lot of photos out there showing you that Times Square is empty. Yeah, it might be empty over there, but it ain't empty on my end. Hi, Lindsay. Hello. That's the thing is it's not eat more cheese. I have to take, like y'all know, I had weight loss surgery, so I have to take medication to make myself go, and I'm actually coming down to the end of that, so I may actually have to find some way to get, see, that's one thing that y'all ain't buying. Y'all ain't buying any Dulcolax. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. What about the guy, was that from North Carolina or South Carolina, who bought up all the, was it 70,000 bottles of hand sanitizer so he could sell it online? Sick. Sick, sick, sick. That's right, Justin. See? Y'all people are stuck with it. You people are going to be stuck with it. And you can't gouge people either. You should just donate it at this rate. Take what you need for the month and donate it to the people who need it. Just a thought. I mean, the one thing, so I could talk about community and the positive side of this. And one of the things that I'm really proud of is, there are some wonderful people out there. Jacob's school is sending a bus here every day to bring him breakfast and lunch. It usually comes around 1 o'clock. So unfortunately, the breakfast part will just carry over to the next day. But they're bringing a sandwich in the afternoon, and either he'll eat it or I'll eat it. But that's one plus side to this, is that there is that, and my case manager actually did bring some things, and Jacob's case manager will bring some things tomorrow, so that is a big help. They are not closing food pantries, but unless if you have a car and you could do curbside pickup, then it's not working out for you. But thankfully there's that. And another thing is, I'm going to put my link to Rakuten on my community tab later. But if you don't have Rakuten is a program. It's an online eBay site. So if you are using Uber Eats and DoorDash, well, not if you're using Uber Eats, if you use Uber Eats, you're getting 5% back. No, you're exactly it. Go Fish Office. I agree, and even the food is getting ridiculous. I mean, that part alone is really ridiculous. But the thing is, here's the thing is and this is my plea to New York, because I'm my township is one of the worst in the county right now. I think I have some ink on there. So my county is my township in my county is the worst right now, and it's not going to get better because people aren't listening. People are not going to listen. You're giving them, too much opportunity to, go out and do things. I understand, you don't want to listen to the hysteria. I get that. I don't want to listen to the hysteria, but you got to be realistic. This is a beast. This coronavirus thing is a beast. We are literally in a war zone here in New York. I'm literally, if my agoraphobia wasn't bad before, now, forget it. Forget about it. Yeah, that's the other thing with Uber Eats and DoorDash is that they are offering free delivery, so you could support the small, like, local places. And the one thing, but if you use Rakuten, which used formerly known as Ebates, they are giving you 5% back on Uber Eats. They're not giving you anything back on DoorDash unless if you sign up to become a driver for DoorDash. They're giving it, so Rakuten's giving a $50 bonus for people who want to sign up to be a delivery driver for DoorDash. So, I mean, I'll drop that link on my community tab later, because the thing is, people are going to need money, and that's one way of doing it. Hey, Tabby. When it comes to, like, the politics part of this, and I don't really like to talk about politics on my channel because it's just uber duber, pick a booger. Yeah. Hey, it works. I don't want to talk about the politics of this because, politics is just something you don't want to bring up on your channel. Now, I know that Trump said that he is optimistic and he believes that, the economy and everything's going to be open again by Easter. But here in New York, we'll be lucky if we make it another week if people don't go back inside. That's where we're at here. And I appreciate his optimism. I totally 100% appreciate Trump's optimism. But to tell you the truth, I'd be happy to give up Easter and Memorial Day just to enjoy the summer at the very least, I can even give that up just so, yeah, exactly. But, I appreciate his optimism, though. I appreciate it. I don't like what Cuomo is not doing. Our governor here, he's not doing shelter in place when he knows that, we're literally in the worst case scenario here. We need shelter in place. We need people, we need it so people can stop. Because the thing is, if New York's the biggest problem right now. So if you don't know this, I know I'm touching my face, but whatever. I'm at home and I've been home for days. So here's the problem with New York is like, oops, sorry guys. So here in New York, there's a lot of people out there who are escaping the virus. So they're going down to Florida. Yeah, it is. Well, no, like I said, I appreciate his optimism. I'm not saying, I'm not bashing Trump. I just don't appreciate, I appreciate his optimism. I wish that were the case. I wish. Trust me, I would give anything to enjoy Easter dinner with my family, but I don't even think that's going to happen. That's sad. Life's really short, and this may be the one year that Easter's not going to happen, Memorial Day's not going to happen. I mean, I have a hotel booked for June, the end of June, to go to Jersey, and I'm like, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think so. That's hard. It's hard. It is really hard. And and the hardest part is it's the kids. The kids are the ones that are, gonna, take this the hardest, because it's those simple things, they don't get it. They don't get it. This is hard for them. They're missing school. They have to do school online. They have to do school, on a tablet or whatever it is that they're doing. They're not able to see their friends, although we got stupid ass kids here who aren't listening and still doing it anyways, and which is why, this thing will never go away. That's the other thing is, like, with New York, Cuomo gave too much of a rope and people aren't listening. He's begging people to stay inside, but they ain't getting it. They're not getting it. They need to get it. Yeah. And the thing is, yeah, right, exactly, Wonderfell's life. Last year was a government shutdown, and now it's this. That's it. That's exactly it. It's like, if these people aren't willing to go inside, and Cuomo is not enforcing it, then this thing will never go away. And New York's the problem. We are the problem. Listen, I'm I'm admitting we're a problem here. We are really in a very bad place. And it's hard because I don't it's hard for me because, like, I have agoraphobia. I barely go anywhere, but you know so, I appreciate Trump's optimism. I'd give anything for Easter to still happen. I would give anything for that. I'd give anything for Memorial Day. I mean, just more than anything, I want my trip to Jersey to still happen, and I don't think so. I mean, we're still waiting, They might just, the schools here on Long Island are supposed to open up again April 1st. They haven't given the new plan yet. So, I mean, I'm sure it's going to close further than April 1st, but they just they haven't they haven't notified us yet. April 1st is Wednesday. Payday is next Friday. And that's sad. I'm like, oh, it's payday next Friday. What good is that gonna do for me, Yeah, exactly. It's a Wonderful Life. And the thing is, that could totally happen if people just stay the fuck home. Get your asses inside. Like I said earlier, get yourselves on the couch, make you some pizza rolls, make you some French toasty sticks, or whatever you make whenever Jerry's on. Put your kids on the couch, have some family time around the telly, watching Jerry. Disney Plus. Didn't they put the new movie Onward onto their app? I think the new Trolls movie is on demand, or able to be gotten. Yeah, I know New York City is extended to 420, so and I'm sure it's going to go further than that too, because they're having a big problem over there too. Like I said, and they're not really sitting inside either. There's no shelter in place for them either. We're not going to make it if we don't do it. If we don't just sit our ass on the couch. If this happened in the 90s, this would have been no problem. I feel like if this happened like a few years ago, what are y'all doing anyways? You're not happy about being able to stay home and watch TV all day in your underwear, and you bought up all that food. You bought up all the food and toilet paper, so, like, what more do you want? We need to move on from this. I want to move on from this. I'm over this already. I am so over it. And it's like so hard. Isn't this sad? Like, we have to beg adults to stay inside. We have to beg adults to stay inside and to take care of their kids and make sure their kids stay inside so they don't catch the cooties. And we have to beg people to wash their hands. Can you believe this? Never in my life did I think we would be at this point where we're telling people to stay inside, watch some damn TV, and wash their hands. Can you believe this? How ass backwards are we right now? How ass backwards are we right now? And I understand there's a lot of, like, conflicting things online on Facebook, and there's a lot of hysteria, but we have to be kind of sort of realistic and hysterical, because we know this is bad. New York is in a very ugly place. Yeah, exactly. They should donate some of that TP, though. Some of that toilet paper needs to get donated. What were y'all thinking buying up all the toilet paper? That's ridiculous. Get over yourselves. You don't need all that. I mean, the thing is, but here's the thing, is like, the way I look at life is, when you're buying up all this stuff, you're buying all this stuff, you're buying, months worth of, steaks and chops and chicken and, snacks. Well, actually, they're not buying snacks, but you know what I'm saying? They buy up everything, and it's like they don't have hope. I mean, I'm having a hard time having hope because these people are out there, not listening to the rules, and I just want to move on. But, like, when you're buying up all this stuff, it's like, are you expecting to not live anymore? Are you expecting this to, like, not blow over sometime? Because it's going to end at some point, but you just got to listen, you know? You just have to do what they tell you. That's all we have to do. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. The only people who should be out right now are the people who are, like, working in essential places, getting your groceries, come home, and that's it. We can end this if we just do what we're told. That's all we have to do is just stay inside. I mean, I have Hulu, Netflix, Prime, Disney Plus. I got a library here. It ain't hard for me, and I have agoraphobia, so this is like right. I remember that, and that's a book too. Outbreak's a movie and a book. You know, they don't have enough ventilators to save the people of New York. They said they need 30,000 ventilators, and they do not have enough. They're even talking about finding ways to split the ventilators so 2 people at a time can use it, and they're saying that's dangerous. But yet people just can't stay the fuck inside. You just can't stay inside. You can't help yourself. You just can't help yourself. Me too, Go Fish Office. It needs to go away. Yeah, I like some toilet paper. I just want to be able to go to the store and enjoy myself. And I'm hearing about the stimulus package, and I'm all for that. Listen, I'm not going to poo-poo that free money. Listen, no. I mean, I'm hearing what the stimulus package could look like for me, and I'm like, well, hello. But, if people just don't listen to what they're doing, listening to what they're supposed to be doing is like staying inside, that money ain't going to do anything for me, because where the hell am I going to spend it? Can't take it to the grave with you, you know? You got to listen to what they're telling you. You got to do it. You got to do it. Because, I don't know about y'all, but I want to live. I want to live. Yeah. And you know what else they're saying is that they could take the blood of somebody who survived and put it into the sick patient to help them fight it. How does that work? Listen, I don't want to know. It just seems kind of weird. That seems a little, like, really weird. I hope you're screening the blood before you put into somebody because, you know what I'm saying? I hear you there, Justin. I want to make it to my 35th birthday. Yeah, right, exactly. Just stay inside. How hard is this? I can't believe how hard this is. Y'all are not working right now. You're either going to get, I know that's hard. I know people have bills and rent to pay, but they're going to work on that. They're going to fix that for you. They're going to make it so you don't have to pay your rent. They're going to make it so you can't get evicted and things. Just stay inside. You have to stay inside. And I know it's hard for your kids, but they got to stay inside too. They're germ carriers. Kids are the germ carriers of the world. Yeah. I hear that. Yeah. So agoraphobia. Okay, so agoraphobia is just a fear of large crowds. I have PTSD, panic. Yeah. I have PTSD, so I don't actually have. That's why I have Frankie the service dog here. So I actually have a lot of anxiety at large crowds, and yeah. Exactly. Exactly, Go Fish Office. I have survived too many things in my life to get to the point where I am now to be taken out by this disease. This is hard. And it's like, I know I can't control people, and that's sad. Although the government can control people, but they're not. They're not doing it. I have no idea why Cuomo is just not putting that in place. I have no idea what his gig is. I don't know what he's trying to prove or does he really think we're going to get through this if people aren't listening? And here's the thing, like I said earlier in the live, is they said we haven't hit the peak. So with this illness, apparently you hit the peak, and then once you hit the peak, that's it. It's going to fall and everybody's going to be okay. But we haven't hit the peak yet. And he's saying hitting peak could take 3-4 weeks or more. A month even. More. And people are still not listening. It could take a lot longer because people ain't listening. So this is where my plea to the people is just get the fuck inside and stay there. Stay put. Yeah, well, yeah, I don't even know if that's Justin. It could take, like I said, that could take a lot longer because people are not listening. They're just not going inside. If people would just go inside, that 45-day peak may actually happen. That may very well happen if people just listen. And 45 days isn't that bad. 45 days is totally doable at this point. Like I said to some people, it's like, I have my, yeah, I hear that, Go Fish Office. I have to be honest, just before all this, now, Friday the 13th, that's before, poo-poo hit the fan around here. But at least y'all have enough TP for your poo-poo hitting the fan, while the rest of us, yeah. But, that's the thing, is like, I have agoraphobia and I have PTSD, and I don't do well in crowds. So Friday the 13th, I went to the library because my library has a room for sale books. They have overly donated books, or they have too many of that one book or whatever it is. So they sell them. So that morning, I had decided I was going to go to the library. I had to get a $20 bill. I was going to break the $20 bill at the grocery store and come back and pick up some things, some essentials. But when I got back to that store, when I got to the store to break the $20 bill, it was just too much for me to handle. I felt like I could not go back. I just wanted to take my book pile that I had just purchased, and I wanted to go home. I want to go home. I didn't want to hear it anymore. I was done listening to this. I was done. So yeah, it does. So yeah, going out and hearing the things is not good for me. And I'm trying to stay away from Facebook as much as I can too, because there's a lot of that too. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it. Scrapping together. I get a little anxiety with that kinds of stuff. A movie theater's hard because it's a dark place, with a bunch of people you don't know and you can't see, and it's very vulnerable to me. So yeah, I actually do get a little anxiety at a movie theater. Hi. She's coming. Don't worry. So yeah, this is definitely, a very tough place for those of us who suffer anxiety. And like I said, my therapist, she's not available. She's out of the office for the next 2 weeks. I don't know if she has corona. I don't know if she's come in contact with corona. I don't know. I don't know anything. Hey, Jacob, how are you? How are things where you're at? It's definitely, no, you can't have my Powerade there. It's definitely just, it's hard because you're stuck with your own hysteria, and then when you have, the outside hysteria, but you also have the people who aren't listening. That's hard. It's just like, I just want this to end already so I go back to life. That's all you want to do, is go back to life. Whatever it was before now. I would give anything just to go back to doing what I was doing before coronavirus. I would give anything at this point. My heart breaks for my kids. I busted my tuchus at Marshall's, and I know it was only for a week. Oh, you gonna say hi? You gonna come say hello? Huh? Uh-huh. Yeah, huh? And that's another thing, I want to dispel the myth, is that, you can't pass this on to the pet folk. These guys are your best friends right now because they can't get it and they can't give it to you. Right, girl? What you say to that? There are people out there who are giving up their pets over this. Isn't that sad, Frankie? I couldn't live my life without you. You get me through my day, even though you sleep, through it. That's my girl. That's my girl. Her birthday's coming up, too. Your birthday's coming, Frankie. Your birthday. I don't know if we're going to be able to get you an ice cream cone for your birthday this year, though, because everything's closed. So, sorry, girl. Sorries. We'll try our best. Frankie's birthday is April 6th. So, her birthday's coming. You know, she's a good girl. I had a dream the other night that I had gotten more dogs. Can't have more dogs here, but oh yeah. I could touch this face. Oh, I think you need to wash yours though. Got something going on here, Franks. Hey, Pondam. Hopefully things are better down there by you. It's been, let me tell y'all something. It's been pretty warm here in New York. That's the thing, is we had no winter this year. See, that's now that's a scary thought, is that we had no winter. The 1 year we had a very mild winter. We had Hurricane Sandy. So that's a scary thought in my mind, is like, while we're sitting here, you know, with this damn shenanigans here with this coronavirus, you know, we could yeah, isn't she she's a good girl. She's coming giving lovies to YouTube. Yeah, she loves her fans. Yeah. Frankie's gonna be 3. No, she does not want a bath. No. Yeah, look at that. That eye says no bath. She had one the other day. Yeah, she had a, uh-oh. Frankie, you don't need a bath. You're okay. You had your bath last week. It was Saturday she had a bath. Saturday or Sunday? I'll clean her face, because I have special wipes to clean her face, because I think she's got a little crispity crunchities here. We have to clean her face. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's going to be the thing with all this. We can make it through Corona, but we may have, you know, something at the end of this that's going to be really bad. I worry that there's going to be a hurricane, a nasty one, or, you know, something far worse. But at least y'all who bought up all the toilet paper, you'll be good for that, at least. You know, you'll be fine, you know, for another. I can't believe you people with the toilet paper. They're rationing the meats now, Pondam. Check that. Last week we could only buy 2 packs of chicken. Now it's 2 packs of meat altogether. But you can buy loads of rotisserie chickens. I'd like to get another dog, but I need to move from here. See, that's the thing, is now you can buy all these rotisserie. No, but rotisserie chicken's smart. That's smart, because you can make soup. You can make your soup. I made a big pot of soup. Yeah, Pondam, that's where New York's at. But this guy, he's not. Cuomo, he ain't putting shelter in place. I know, I just touched my face. Somebody complained in my BoxyCharm video, because I was so excited about what was in my BoxyCharm. Ugh, I know. At least I'm staying inside. I'm at least listening to the rules. Cuomo didn't put shelter in place. We need shelter in place already. Lock it down. I saw a post today that said New York was on lockdown. We ain't on no lockdown. We haven't locked down anything. We're not on a curfew, not in my area. Oh, bye, Frankie. We're not on lockdown. We're not on curfew. The only thing that we got... Wow. Wow. Ow. We're not on curfew. We're not on lockdown. The only thing that we have here is that you can't... So the only thing that's closed are like malls. Well, that's the problem, Jacob, is people are doing what they want. And the thing is, you know, that's why this problem's a problem, is that, you know, it's a problem because nobody is listening, and they need to listen. We really need to listen. You know, I like I said earlier, I appreciate Trump's optimism that this can go away by Easter, but if New York is the way we're going, we ain't gonna get it. We'll be lucky if we see Christmas at the rate we're going, because nobody's listening. Unless this guy does shelter in place and shuts down this state, we ain't getting anywhere with it. We're not gonna move forward. We haven't hit the peak yet. Yeah. Exactly. But at that rate, it's like kind of too late. They already bought it all. You know, I'm a handicapped person. I don't drive. So, you know, I kind of missed out on all these things. And that's terrible. I mean, some stores have, you know, shopping time for the elderly, which is awesome. You know, I applaud those stores for doing that. So I could just come in like shortly after that. You know, I'll just wait at the door and wait for, you know, the that to pass. So, but it's just, you know, we're just really in a bad place. Wow. I heard something about Disney maybe doing what they call a soft opening. Well, see, Pondam, there's the other part of that. If you, since you missed it, people from New York are trying to escape. They're escaping, you know, the epidemic here, and they're going to other places like Florida. So what Florida is doing now, minus not closing the beaches, but what they're doing. So if you're flying to Florida from New York, as soon as you get to the airport, they are testing you, and you have to go on a 14-day quarantine. So people from New York are being selfish. They're going to, you know, they're going to Florida. The people from New York City are going out to the Hamptons, renting houses in the Hamptons and bringing it all the way out there. It's a 2-hour drive from New York City to the Hamptons, too. So they have to pass through everywhere from there, you know, to there and back. So we're literally in a problem. My township is the worst in my county right now. My township isn't the worst in my county. It's just, we need to shut it down. I saw a post today. People were saying that New York shut the state down. No, we didn't. The only thing they shut down was bars and movie theaters and barber shops and things like that. The state is not shut down. It's still open. And if I were to take my phone and show y'all what it looks like on the main roads, Cuomo went to New York City and saw what they saw over there, but he didn't come out here and see if he saw what he saw here. Cuomo apparently yelled at de Blasio, who's a moron to begin with. I can't stand that guy. You know, like I tell y'all, I don't take sides in politics. Yeah, exactly, Justin. I mean, I do see a lot of people walking up and down my block, but they're following the 6 feet rule. I mean, I haven't even gone to 7-Eleven in my area at all since they shut the school down last week. So that's a good idea, Trendorama. They need to yeah, exactly. That's the problem is like, I mean, there's a lot of states out there that are doing shelter in place. California, Jersey, Washington, Illinois, they're all doing shelter in place. New York is the biggest problem, and we are not doing shelter in place yet. I have no idea why they're not doing it. There's plenty of things to do at home, though, Jacob. There's plenty to do. If you have Hulu and Netflix, I mean, I get it. There's, you know, you don't want to watch TV all day. Clean your house. I mean, you can walk outside. They are saying you can walk outside, but, you know, that's fine. Walk your dog. Stay 6 feet away from whoever you need to stay away from, and we just need to do diligence and shut it down and do what we got to do. California, I'm really jealous of you right now. I am very jealous of you because you have shelter in place. You're doing the right damn thing, and we're over here in New York, and just, you know, we got to fix this. There's only one way to fix it, is it's called we listen, but nobody's listening because they don't want to. When I was coming home Saturday, I stopped off at 7-Eleven, but coming home from my mom's house, there were kids, a group of 10, congregating. But again, you can't blame the kids. You got to blame the parents, because it's the parents who have to tell your kids to stay inside. You know, and I get it. I get it. It's really hard, but they need to understand that this is not a summer vacation. This is not a summer vacation. This is, you got to go home, do your homework so you can still graduate. You know, the ones I feel the worst about it, yeah, well, no, New York City is pretty quiet over there now. But, you know, we got to do we got to do diligence. And I don't live in New York City. So whatever they're doing over there, it's not, we're not doing it over here. That's the other problem, is New York as a whole is rather broken right now because each county is doing their own thing. You know, like I said, as far as we know, our schools are open, are closed until April 1st. They have not given out the, well, see, that's the thing is, you know, Trendorama is that, you know, there's a lot of people out there who say they're getting ready to purge their things, which is awesome. You know, so like once this is over, I'm sure Savers is going to have like a big boom of cool stuff. I can't wait for that. That's one thing I'm, you know, hi Adelaide. That's one thing that I'm like looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the light at the end of this damn tunnel. New York needs to get with it. We are the worst case scenario right now. We are the worst. You know, like I said, I'm hearing all about these like stimulus packages that they want to do, and I'm excited. Don't get me wrong. You want to send me some free money, and I could live life to the fullest with that amount of money. But at this rate, where am I going to spend it? Are you able to really order things online? I've already thought about what I was going to do with my stimulus check. Frankie, come here, girl. Cut it. Frankie. There's nothing there. Oh, you want one of these? Oh, you want a treat? Oh. She sees her treats. I don't know who left those there, but there you go, girl. Oh, you just wanted a treat? Okay. Sorry, girl. I didn't know those were yours. I'm sorry. You good baby. She's a good baby. Yeah, right, exactly. In my county, I don't know, I think the last number I'd seen was 17. You know, at least two of those were at a nursing home. They're having a problem at a nursing home of people dying over there. You know, we need to fix this. Just stay home. Stay home, people. Stay home. I'm going to say it again, just the way I like it, is so stay home. Watch some Jerry Springer with your kids. Your house is going to end up like Jerry Springer anyways because we're all stuck inside. But get your kids inside. Get your kids inside. Sit inside. Stop it. You know, just stop it. Because the sooner we stop it is, you know, the sooner we stop this, the better. It just has to end. You know, it just has to end. We need to get over this. You know, more than anything. I just want to move on. Don't y'all want to move on? That's what I don't get is why do these people, if you listen, then we can move back to regular things. Back to regular programming. You know. Well, anyways, guys, it's 11:30 at night, and I'm going to go night-night. I probably will go live again tomorrow, maybe during the day. Maybe when I wake up, because I don't think I have too much to do. So yeah. Well, see, that's the thing is they're expecting people to follow common sense. Cuomo's giving these people too much rope. Too much rope. Get your ass inside. But anyways, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow sometime in the morning. I needed to go live because, I just needed to. Yes, please do check out Trendorama's video. Rita Wilson. I just read that Tom Hanks is doing well. Forrest Gump is doing well. Rita's doing well. I love them. I'm so happy about that. So please do check out Trendorama's video. Stay inside. Stay hydrated. Stay indoors, wash your hands, stay caffeinated, because you know what? Hot drinks are good for this, apparently. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I know I'm going to go wash my hands now. So night-night, guys. Love you. Remember, kindness is free, so spread the kindness more than this damn virus.